What's up guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. I want to give you guys an update on the 550i. If you watched my video where I went over a major issue that I had with my vacuum system, go ahead and take a look at that and then come back to this video so you can be caught up. So I'll get straight to it. The car is fixed. It's running better than ever right now, and that vacuum leak was really a source of a few problems I was tracking down for a while now. So it looks like the source of my problems were coming from this part. This is your vacuum pump, and your vacuum pump is responsible for providing a vacuum to various components of your car, including your brake booster, boost solenoids, wastegates, and your exhaust valves if you still have those installed. So basically what I found is oil was getting into this pump, pushing it through the entire vacuum system and eventually leading to my vacuum tank. So your vacuum pump has this little slot right here that is driven by the camshaft. And when you're installing the new one, you're gonna have to take note of the way that it came out so you can have an easier time when you're reinstalling it. And hopefully you get it right on the first couple tries. Thankfully, it only fits one way. It won't be flush with the rest of the valve cover if it's not in properly. So if it's not flush, then it's not in. Now this is the old vacuum tank that was failing. As you can see, there's a giant hole inside of it now because I went ahead and just cut it open, and you can see how much oil has just sat in, just accumulated over time. I can only assume that over time with the oil in the vacuum tank, the oil kind of degraded the tank from within and it started to separate and started to leak air. Finding oil in your vacuum tank is not a good sign. It primarily leaks to the vacuum pump failing. In addition to the vacuum pump failing, there was a little stem that protrudes from the vacuum pump that had a seal. That seal was also broken or damaged and worn out. If your seal is looking anything like this, then I'm gonna go ahead and post a link in the description where you can buy a replacement kit on Amazon. If you're smoke testing the vacuum leak and you see smoke coming from beneath your turbos, then that's gonna be the vacuum tank. The vacuum tank has either failed or there's a vacuum line that connects directly to it that's either loose or it's failing. So if you're suspecting a bad vacuum pump, that job is a little easier to do since it's easily accessible. And if it's just a stem that sits on the vacuum pump, then that's even easier because it's just one screw that you need to undo. That's like a 10-minute job right there. Now, installing the vacuum tank is pretty easy to do in a sense of installing it. Getting to it is the hard part. So you're gonna have to remove this entire middle section of your motor. So that includes that coolant expansion tank right here, your alternator, charge pipes, turbos obviously, your air ducts, your coolant lines will have to get removed. You actually don't have to remove your downpipes. I was able to do the entire job with leaving them on. And then you'll also have to remove your exhaust manifolds. And beneath this plate right here is where the vacuum tank sits. And this is your vacuum pump right here. Like I said, it's attached to the valve cover with 3 screws. And then you have this stem right here that connects to this vacuum line that goes to your entire vacuum system. The easiest way to check for a vacuum leak in your vacuum system is to just pull this hose off, hook up your smoke tester to it, and see if any smoke comes out. Now, I highly recommend you go ahead and replace the gaskets and O-rings that you'll be taking off when you get to the vacuum tank. In the video description, you'll find a list of all the parts that I used. First off being this downpipe to turbo gaskets. These are for, I believe, the coolant feed lines. Then we have a couple new intake duct seals. This is for the exhaust manifold to the turbo. This is a turbocharger oil line gasket. Then we have our new vacuum pump seal. And I noticed that my gasket for the oil feed lines that connect directly to the turbo are leaking a little bit, so I'm going to replace those. These are gasket rings for the oil feed lines as well. These are the O-rings for the turbocharger to the charge pipes. I also have a new serpentine belt that I'm going to install. This is the accessory belt. And then lastly, my exhaust manifold gaskets. And that's it. Now, there is one O-ring that I need to make a quick note on. After I completed the repair, I used a gasket that I got from SB Euro for the charge pipe to the turbo connection. Now, typically that connection has an orange O-ring, and when I got the new O-ring, it was black. At the time, I didn't think anything of it and just went ahead and reinstalled it. But when I was doing some data logging to make sure the car was running well, I noticed that I had a pretty significant boost leak. Basically, the black O-ring is thinner than it should be and is introducing a small gap on where it's supposed to seal. and that's the source of the boost leak. Thankfully, I kept my old O-rings and went ahead and put those back on, and the boost leak went away. All right guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. I just wanted to make sure I told you guys the update on the 550i and something that you guys should also take a look at on your N63 motor. Make sure that vacuum pump or vacuum tank isn't leaking or anything else in your vacuum system. If you experience this issue, let me know in the comments and let me know which part of your vacuum system was actually failing. If this video was helpful for you, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.